G'day legends, welcome back to the mighty Mulloway quest. This is episode 11 and we're back on the hunt for the mighty silver gold. But this trip I'm going to do things a bit differently because the weather's been really shit lately and it's going to be real rat shit for the next 3 days. So I've decided to come to this rock ledge first and fish it for probably 2 or 3 days I reckon, because it's a strong southeasterly. It's currently blowing straight offshore here like I thought it would, and conditions are actually pretty good. We're still going to be targeting Mulloway though, because they are known to sort of swim along this sort of rocky coastline. So the plan is I'm going to have a bait out on the bottom like I usually do, and then I'm going to also try for kingfish along here, because sometimes it wouldn't be uncommon for them to sort of patrol this rocky coastline and the rocky headlands around here. So let's get the burley out. I'll probably rig up a few rods, get the livey out there, and yeah, rig up the sort of bottom rod after that. And yeah, we'll stay here for a couple of days and a couple of nights till the weather clears up and the swell dies down, and then we'll head back up further west up to one of the decent surf beaches up there and try for the rest of the trip. So it's gonna be a 5-day trip I think, and then yeah, thought I'd come up here, better than sitting at home for the last week off work before I go back to the old grindstone. So we'll keep you posted on any action that happens and hopefully come back with that big slab. Stay tuned. Heaps of little tommies down there. Kind of want something a bit bigger, but I'll just chuck that out for now, and then fish for a bit bigger live bait while I do that. Come on, Kingy. Settle down, settle. Rightio. He's raring to go, and hopefully the old Stella screams. That was a pretty shitty cast. Rightio, so I just fed that live bait out about 25 to 30 metres off the edge of the ledge here. And yeah, we'll just chuck it in a rod hole, and hopefully we might score a patrolling kingfish coming along this ledge. So chuck her in a rod holder and sit back and get the rest of the gear ready. Rightio, it's just my first bit of burley, guys. Just got a pilchard log in there. Just got some old squid heads that stink like absolute shit. So these are definitely going to be burley. And then I've also got some old snook and all that up in the esky, so I'll leave these in for a few hours and probably refresh the burley bag around sunset. So hopefully bring something decent in. And plus I've got a heap of tuna oil as well, so that'll give a nice slick with this offshore breeze. Dangle nicely in that wash there and we'll be laughing. Got the bottom casting rig all ready to go. Just your simple paternoster rig. Then got a squid head on for bait, so chuck him here. Hopefully the sinker holds. There's a fair bit of swell rolling in, but it should hold I reckon. See how she goes. The old gosser. Come on, catch a monster. Oh yeah, Straight on. There's like another Tommy. Hopefully it's a little bit bigger though. Just try and keep his head down in the water. Doesn't shake them hooks. Another little Tommy. Might keep him for fresh bait. He's about the same size as the one I got on for live bait now, so chuck him in the esky for a bit of fresh bait later on. Oh yes, good hit there. Oh, come here, mate. Nice. Just catching a few of these little Tommies for fresh bait later on. That'd be good whole baits, I reckon, so we'll get a couple and chuck them in the esky. Quite a few of those little Tommies around. But yeah, there weren't some salmon getting around. I think sure there'll be some lurking along here. Oh yeah, shit. Come here, mate. You're good bait. Hey. Bit better size, that one. Righty, so just got one of those Tommies on that I caught probably about 10 minutes ago. Gonna chuck him out for fresh bait. And we're not far from the high tide, so hopefully we'll get something on the tide change, but I'm really not expecting too much till after dark at this spot, so see how we go though. Legends. Well, I ended up having a bit of a sleep in this morning. Went pretty late last night, and there ended up being probably like 8 other fellas rock up, so I just fished with them during the night. But yeah, it was pretty uneventful. Like that, they had 3 decent hookups, but pulled hooks on all 3. I only got a small eagle ray, like it was tiny, so there was nothing really worth filming. But yeah, so this morning's plan, or today's plan, I'm gonna go over to Shallows to try get a feed of whiting for a bit of brunch, because yeah, pretty hungry, haven't eaten since those snags. And yeah, just while the tide's a bit low, I can creep up onto those rocks and cast out into the white holes before the tide comes up too high and I can't get out there. So I'll do that for a couple of hours this morning, and then yeah, if I get any, I'll cook up a feed, a bit of lunch, and then yeah, I'll probably just get stuck into getting a live bait for a kingy hopefully, and yeah, might chuck a bottom bait out as well. But fingers crossed tonight has a bit more action, because yeah, last night was pretty slow, and yeah, sorry I didn't get any footage, but yeah, it was really worth it in the end. Save all my battery and SD card life for tonight and the rest of the day. So yeah, hopefully get a bit more action for you today, and keep posted. Cheers. So whiting, we're after. Here we go, legends. First whiting of the sesh, of the morning anyway. He's made a big mess of my rig, so get him in the esky. And then I'll untangle this and get another bait out there, eh? Hopefully get a few more. Not bad size. Right, kind of untangled it, but she's still a bit tangled, but it'll do for now. Chuck him out there and see if we can get a few more. I only need a couple more and I'll be happy for a morning feed. See if we get a big honker. Haven't been getting any rock cod bites, which is good. Yep, and I jinxed myself. It's a fucking shitty rock cod. This thing just come and smash the bait. I don't know what it is. It's kicking like a friggin' rock cod though. Get up! No! It's a good whiting. Good whiting. Oh yeah, that's a cracker. Woohoo! Look at the size of that one, guys. She's a cracker. Absolutely come and smash the bait, eh? No bites, just bang. So, in the esky and hopefully get a couple more. Mate, we are ready to roll again for those beautiful whiting. Rock cod. No good that time. Yep, we're on. No, we're still on, I think, yeah. Would have lost him. Doesn't feel very big though. That's another whiting though. Rightio guys, so I'm just going to finish up at this spot. Tide's coming in, so yeah, been just getting a few rock cod bites and that's all now, so just might change up spots and I'll let you know if we catch anything else, but if not, chuck these beauties on ice. That's that big one there, a nice size whiting there guys, probably around that 40 centimetre mark, so the others are about mid 30s, so that was a good sized fish, hit pretty hard, put up a good fight. So we'll get these on ice, and I might try a couple other spots to get, you know, 1 or 2 more, but that should do me for breakfast / lunch. And yeah, see if we can get stuck into some bigger fish now. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's really hot. And I dropped it. Should be right. Beautiful. So I just got some snags on the go as well because I'm pretty hungry. I'm just going to try a piece of this whiting. This is plain, just straight out of the ocean. So good. No salt and pepper or nothing, guys. Just wash it, bit of salt water, good to go. Oh, so good, so fresh. So we'll smash that sanger down while these snags cook. Few snags, bloody beautiful. Get these into us and we'll get stuck back into the fishing. First casting bait for the day. See how he goes, hopefully get something during the day. Righto legends, I'm finally doing it. I've been thinking about it the whole time I've been here, so I thought why not? It's my last night here. Gonna send the old shark bait out and then yeah, figure out how to land it if we hook one. So we'll see how we go, eh? We'll get it out there. It's been the perfect wind for it the whole time, so thought should be rude not to. Half a snook, Sharky Shepo rigs, getting launched. So we'll send her out there, probably 150 meters, and then yeah, sit back and hopefully she screams off. Well legends, quick update on today's events, and it's been extremely slow. So this morning got those 3 whiting, which is pretty good, and then I've had this bait out. Well, I've been casting baits out for close to 6 hours now and just nothing at the moment. So I caught 1 more whiting over there, but I didn't get any footage of it, and yeah, just been catching a few tommies for a bit of fresh bait. I haven't worried about the getting the kingy set up out because the wind's sort of blowing right across. It's not blowing straight offshore at the moment. And yeah, it's just be a bit of a pain in the ass with the balloon getting tangled in the rocks close in because it's just going straight across sort of thing. But yeah, hopefully get something tonight or right on sunset. Still probably got about close to 4 hours of daylight left, so it'll still probably be pretty quiet till night time anyway, so you never know. As long as I get a bait out there, it's all right, always in the mix. So might cook up a feed in the next hour or so, so we're all ready to go for the nighttime session, and hopefully get some action for you and see what happens. Stay tuned and yeah, keep posted. Right, we're on Oh yeah. Is it still on? Yeah, it's still there. Jesus Christ, mate. It's got me in the rocks. Yep, see ya. Oh, it's a fucking eagle ray. Alright, got a nice size eagle ray. First bite of the night. I thought I was feeling like slight head shakes. I thought it might have been like a big skull shark or something, but nah, just one of these bastards. Righty, I'll get the hooks out and quickly let him go and get another bait out there. Yep, we're on. Oh yeah. Gotta keep his head up. Come here, mate. Oh, it's a gummy. Woo! That was fighting so hard. That was such an intense fight for a gummy. Whew. Holy shit. Right, I'll get him up and I'll show you. Rightio. Chunky little gummy there, guys. Man, that was such an intense fight, eh? He just went straight for that reef. But he put up a good scrap, that's for sure. A bit buggered after that, but yeah, I'll get the hooks out. We'll quickly let him go. And we'll get another bait out there. She's starting to fire up, which is good. There he goes. He's good. Let's get another bait out. Morning, folks. Well, last night we only got the eagle ray and the gummy, which was yeah, a little bit shitty, but wasn't too bad. At least we got a bit of action. Fished till like 2 o'clock, or tried to anyway, but I ended up just like falling asleep in my chair for like half an hour. I was absolutely buggered, but yeah, didn't get any runs on the big shark rod, and yeah, it's still pretty windy, but we're gonna move today, head further west. So I packed up all my gear, about to head off now. And then yeah, might even, today's just gonna be a pretty chill day, I reckon. Might even hit up one of the far west coast jetties, try to get a bit more fresh bait. I think I got probably about 10 squid left, and those whiting frames, and also that full King George whiting, which I'll probably just use for bait, because I tried to catch a few more yesterday but didn't manage to catch any more. Yeah, so like I said before, it's still pretty windy, so I reckon today by like around sunset I want to try get into one of the corners of the beach where it's nice and sheltered, and then fish there tonight hopefully, and then as the wind dies off a bit and the swell dies off a bit tomorrow, I go around to the deeper gutters in the beach and fish hard for Mulloway. So that's the plan. I'm going to hit the road and we'll catch you at the next location, so stay tuned. Cheers. Rightio legends, so I just rocked up at the spot, drove up and down the beach having a look at it. It looks like a half decent gutter right in the middle of the beach, but this swell is absolutely huge. Like, it is absolutely pumping out like the back of that reef there. So I think it's meant to be pretty windy all today as well, so sort of like thinking I'll stay here tonight, maybe collect a bit more fresh bait, because I reckon I might get some whiting and like tommies and all that sort of stuff in here. Might go for adventures somewhere else as well, and then maybe even head further west to Dog Fence after this. Just need to stock up on a bit more bait, because yeah, I don't know how we'll go here. Might get a few, but you never know. So yeah, I'll just pull up here for tonight, I reckon, and then figure it out in the morning. Might get going early, then send it further west up to Dog Fence in hope of some silver magic. So see what happens, but we'll chill out here for today because it's sort of tucked in the corner here, out of the wind a little bit. And yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, hope we get some more bait, and you never know what comes along, so stay tuned. There's his head. How cool's that? Big brown by the looks. There he goes. Catch him, mate. Go on, go on. Stay off the road. Morning, legends. So yesterday I just had a real chill day. Didn't do much filming, sorry about that, but had a couple flicks for some salmon and tried a couple times for some whiting, like in close around like the reefy bottom and the weedy bottom, but yeah, I only got a few rock cod, that was it. So yeah, went to bed early, got up early, yeah, just rocked up at the beach now, just let the tyres down, so about to hit the sand. And yeah, I've been kind of second guessing myself this whole time about actually coming all the way up here, just because the tides are pretty shocking. Like there's bugger all tidal movement for the next few days, but there's a couple decent tides in there still. But the wind's dying off. It's still a bit breezy at the moment, but the swell's died off a lot since yesterday. And yeah, I'm hoping just as the swell dies off and the wind's starting to die off a bit, that they'll come in close into gutters to feed. So that's my plan. I'm going to try and stick by my guns, so we'll see what happens. We'll hit the sand, start soaking some baits, and you never know what's going to turn up. So fingers crossed this trip, lads. Getting pretty desperate at this point, so we'll see how we go, eh? Guys, so I just picked the gutter. I drove a fair way up the beach, probably close to 14 k's, and then I sort of wanted to go a bit further, but the beach is getting really soft and like the waves are washing right up to the edges of the cliffs, so like on the high tide, so I was like, oh, it's low tide at the moment, but I didn't want to risk it just because I'm by myself. So but on the way up I seen a pretty good gutter, probably about 10 k's up the beach, and I've just come back to that one now. So it's a pretty decent gutter by the looks, like tide's still going out and it's looking pretty deep, like nice in close gutter as well. So when that wind kicks up the Sava, I'll still be able to reach it pretty good, like casting wise. And also because I wasn't really planning on coming up here this trip, I didn't really stock up heaps on sinkers, so I kind of didn't want to fish next to some reef just in case I kept on getting snagged and losing my sinkers. So sort of picked the bit safer option, but it's still looking good. So I'll quickly jump up the dunes and show you it, and then we'll get some burley out there and rig up and soak a couple baits. guys, so it's mid-afternoon and I've just made a move because that other gutter I was fishing at, I fished for probably about 2.5 hours and I only had 5 casts and I lost 3 rigs, so I sort of spat the dummy at that spot. There must have been some like reef in there or something that I couldn't see because yeah, I was just kept on getting snagged and losing my whole rig. So yeah, I was sort of spat the dummy, then went up, had a look, and then I come back down here and found a half decent spot. So I'll pull up here for tonight, and if I don't get anything decent tonight, I'll probably head home tomorrow. So I thought I'd just better give it a crack here tonight just to see what happens and fish the rest of the day as well. Because yeah, it's just a lot of effort coming up here if you don't fish it. So I'll tough it out for today. Conditions are still pretty shit, like the water's pretty murky still, swell's still rolling in a bit, wind's still up, and there are weeds in the gutter as well. So it's tough fishing, but I'll just give it a crack anyway. Hopefully that big dog's lurking in here, and yeah, I'll get the bait out and I'll let you know if we catch anything. Alright, we just hooked up. Oh yes! This is big Mulloway, guys. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Holy shit. Oh no! No! Well guys, so I finally composed myself enough to give you an update on today's events, and to say that I'm heartbroken is an absolute understatement for sure. So today's just been like one big sort of mind game with myself. Like I rocked up here, finally picked the gutter, then the gutter turned out to be shit, just kept on getting snagged and I was just losing my shit over that. And then finally took like another hour to pick another gutter, and the whole time I was like, nah, just go home, it's not worth it because the conditions are pretty average at the moment. It's like, just go home, you'll be right, we'll come back down here another time when the weather's better. And I was thinking that to myself like the whole time, like even like till, I remember thinking like 10 minutes before I hooked up, like just go home, you'll be home by like 10 PM, you'll be able to go to KFC, should be sweet as, like it's all good, like come back another time when it's good weather. And yeah, I was just sitting back in my chair watching my rod tip, and then it was just like tap, 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 and then just buckled over and just bang, 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 and it was just piercing line. The sensor surf was just bouncing like and then I picked up the rod, set the hook, and she took off for like a nice run. Whacked the GoPro on. Hopefully you guys like got the action because it was pretty intense and quick. Hopefully there wasn't too much sea spray on the GoPro, but yeah, set the hook and it just took off on a nice run. And then I seen a big swell, like a big boil of water, like up the top, right at the back of the gutter, but I couldn't actually see the fish because like it's super murky at the moment. And yeah, I just couldn't believe I hooked up, and I think I even said like, I can't believe I've hooked onto this fish. And then yeah, not long after that, just pulled hooks. And yeah, I was absolutely gutted, like, can't believe that happened. And I know that's probably going to be my only chance, like, for this trip with conditions like this, because the water's just like absolute soup. The wind hasn't backed off, the swell's still up, and it's just been shocking weather all day. It's just so shit. Yeah, just so devastated about that, guys. Like, I can't even believe it happened. I've been fishing for this big fish for so many years now, and to have that happen just absolutely brings me to my knees, eh? It's just so bad. Can't even describe it at the moment. But I'm just gonna keep fishing hard till high tide. High tide's at like 11:30 tonight, so it's still a good 5 hours away. Just gonna try and fish hard the whole time, and yeah, I'll probably head back tomorrow morning sometime, because I don't have a great deal of bait left, and if I fish hard I'll probably use up all the bait, so see what happens. This gutter should be decent at high tide, like, should be pretty deep. Hopefully the high tide doesn't bring in heaps of weed, because there's still a fair bit of floating weed around at the moment. So anyway, that's enough of me being a sad sack. So get another bait out there and hopefully something happens. So stay tuned and keep me posted.
Please still be on. Yeah. I just slammed my toe on a fucking rock. Oh. Just about to put my waders on and this thing just took off. Oh, what are you? Oh, it's a big salmon. It's a big salmon, though. On a piece of whiting. My fucking toe, man. Oh, that's a thumping salmon. There you go, guys, big salmon. A thumper. Almost pulled my rod in the water, eh? It's a massive one. Fish, we'll let him go. Look at that, eh? Bloody beautiful. Tiny bit of silver magic. I can hook him in the head. We'll get the hooks out of him and let him go.
Rightio legends, so that's it for episode 11 of the Mighty Mulloway quest. I fished till about 1 o'clock last night and didn't get anything after that little Mulloway. Only a few little like tappy bites, but that was it. So they're probably only like small trumpeters and that sort of stuff. Then I got up at 5:30 this morning to fish the sunrise, low tide, and yeah, nothing at all, just a couple little bites. But the weather's sort of cleared up now. Well, not really cleared up, but the wind's dropped right off and it's pretty warm. So
I feel like I should be staying, but I'm leaving, so spewing about that. But I don't have any bait left, and yeah, I've been fishing hard for 5 days, so I'm a bit buggered. And yeah, need to get home and get ready for work and all that, and unpack all this gear, clean it all up. You know how it is after a big camping trip, so that's going to take probably a day just doing that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a different episode. Like, started rock fishing, yeah, so something a bit different. Got a couple nice whiting and all that. Did a catch and cook, so it's good to include that. And yeah, got a bit of action at night time as well, so pity we couldn't get anything decent for you, but get that sometimes. And then yeah, coming up here, desperate for a big fish, and yeah, losing that fish I'm still absolutely gutted about. But yeah, it's just crazy, like the hundreds and hundreds, probably in thousands of hours by now, like sitting on the beach waiting for one of these big fish and just staring at my rod tip, and then to have that finally happen, and like exactly the way I pictured it happening as well, was crazy. Like, I'm not bullshitting you as well, like those sort of fumbly bites at the start, and then it just sort of buckles over and just bang bang bang, just head shaking and just pissing line off the reels. Just, yeah, I couldn't believe it was happening. And then I'm pretty certain it was a big fish, because I only had it on for like 20 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it was a good fish, so it wasn't enough time to really get a gauge of the size of it. But super heartbroken about that. But the only way to fill that gaping hole in my soul is to come back up here and try and catch another one. So I'll hopefully get another episode out this season, guys, maybe in the next month or two. And then yeah, after that I'll probably go a bit quiet for a while till next summer. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, guys.